Hi, Gemini and Gemini Rising. Welcome to your June 2016 extended monthly forecast. Channeled message for you this month is I got a few words and even like an idea of ascent, climbing or ascent, and I was I was inspired to draw the arrow, look up. So this month it's actually all about you, not just looking at the big picture, but it's actually getting yourself out of situations that may compromise your integrity, your position, who you are. So always think of the positive, always look up, and don't do anything that would make you want to look down. So this is finding the highest interest, the best interest, the highest way of getting out of something without hurting other people, okay? So let's take a look and see how that's going to be possible and how that might come into play for you this month. We'll start with the Catalyst card. For those of you that watch monthly, you realize that this card is sort of the key in the ignition, how you're going to achieve that ability to climb, to ascend, to get to a much better position than you are right now. So for you, it's all about self-esteem. Or that's the key to this, let's put it that way. So believing in yourself, knowing that you're okay, not needing validation from other people, that's going to help you quite a bit this month. Let's take a look at the cards as we lay them out to sort of get a little bit more information on what's coming through for your star sign and how you can stay on the highest path, how you can work on your self-esteem, and why those two cards maybe came up early. So first card that comes through is Justice, and Justice reversed. And as you know, with Justice, it's often about needing to step away from something, particularly when it's reversed. Making a decision that sometimes means, okay, there won't be a return to where I was before. Now, it's usually, with Justice, something that you've weighed out and that you've just got to sort of like click send or make the decision or speak your truth. So I feel like many of you are sort of holding off on speaking your truth. Let's see how and why that's coming about. We have the World card, which is really powerful to be combined with Justice. There's a second connotation that's coming to me because of those two combined. Wow, this is a really good month for any of you that are ready to debut something. So for instance, if you were looking for publishing or broadcasting this month, we have the World and the Star. So any of my viewers that are actors, actresses, politicians, with the Star in your crowning position, the World is your stage. With the World crossing Justice reversed, this is showing me that the only thing that's holding you back potentially is some legal constraints. And when I look here in the periphery, I see the Devil card, which is saying, please, the devil's in the details. Pay attention to the small items. So this goes across the board. If you're going to apply for a loan, for a credit card, if you're going to sign a contract, a publishing deal, if you're going to sign a mortgage, anything where you are going to commit and it's going to affect you over several years, you really need to pay attention to the details. There's an opportunity for you to completely go through this and be okay if you basically go through every small detail and make sure that you know what you're signing, you know what you're committing to. For those of you that aren't signing contracts, aren't actors or actresses, and are just trying to make a living, the Star card is basically saying, hey, this is your chance to be a leader this month. You may be tagged by your manager, for instance, to be more in a role of authority, or maybe you're going to be put on the spot and asked for your opinion. What I see here is don't give in to, oh my goodness, I'm not sure if I have what it takes, because remember, self-esteem can actually play in and be the Devil card for you this month. If you just think, you know what, they asked me for a reason, trust yourself. I feel like you're going to be able to come out a winner when it comes to making a decision on the fly, or again, if you've done all the details that we're asking for here, just knowing that you need to stick to your guns and ask for certain things. Looking at other elements here that are coming through, it's a really busy month for you guys, and there's a lot of different messages. Monetarily, and this seems to be a theme for a couple of signs this month after you've come out of retrograde, Seven of Pentacles showing growth and recovery when it comes to financial and also even work situations. So you're not out of the woods necessarily if you've been paying something off, but wow, you've made great progress. And for those of you that didn't have debt, it's about achieving those long-term goals and finally starting to see a little bit of payoff, but realizing you've still got some work to do. But for me, whenever I see it, I'm really happy that people are making good strides. So let's look at the positive here, which is you're getting yourself to a place of empowerment. Right above it is the devil card, and that means don't be seduced by the idea that, wow, I'm out of the woods yet. Just be strong and keep doing the good work that you're doing. So whatever progress you're making, we want this to be something that's sustainable and that becomes habitual, something that you integrate into your thinking and your muscle memory. So that, again, if it's about spending, you don't go for the charge card. Maybe you decide, if I can't afford it, I'm not going to buy it till next month. Or you use a debit card so you stay out of debt. When we look here at some of the other cards surrounding that and giving context to it, we see the Five of Pentacles showing that this month, around the middle of the month, there will be some extra expenses that you're going to have to allocate funds to. So just remember, you're doing all right. Don't panic, and don't go towards credit if that sort of fits your profile. For those of you that feel like, all right, I'm not a celebrity, I'm not in any sort of financial trouble, I feel like life is going well. Well, I still see a big decision weighing on most of you this month, because right here in the recent past and also the factors that are affecting the rest of this month, we see Judgment. So you have Justice in reverse, and on either side of it are Judgment and the Five of Pentacles. So what that's saying is, this is a month where it's not always going to be about you coming out on top. You have to make a difficult decision and do what's going to suit the greatest good, because the Star is actually a very thoughtful, empathetic, magnanimous card. So you're looking at the greater good and also the longer term, how you're going to be perceived, kind of like your reputation may be at stake. So worry more about what the long haul is going to provide for you with this decision or with this judgment, and allow that to be sort of like your focus, not on money, not on immediate return or retribution. Let the cosmos take justice and judgment and retribution in its own hands, because it's not always up to us to have it all evened out. It will even out over time, but you may feel like there's an injustice done to you. But what I'm seeing in the long run is there's a lot of love and a lot of support coming through for you. Other things that I'm seeing, many of you are ready for, like, you need a little bit of a break, especially physically. With this Ace of Swords in reverse, what I'm seeing is difficulty and challenges surrounding being able to communicate clearly, perhaps, or being able to just maintain the status quo. There's a lot of exhaustion, maybe mental exhaustion and or physical exhaustion. And if that's the case, it's time for you to do something where either people, like, surround yourself by people who love you more, or think about getting on a path where that negativity dissipates a little bit. You need to possibly move out of something. That's why Justice is reversed. The Moon card in reverse. This card often comes up when you're having some blocks creatively, or finding it difficult to push your way through to something. For those of you that are trying to conceive this month, this card often shows that it's a little bit difficult, particularly around the third week of the month, for that to happen. So be patient and, maybe put your focus more on yourself, your environment, your savings. And, if you're trying to have, become pregnant or have a baby, try next month instead, or really work with your doctor and see which months, and you look at your cycle. You're going to have to do a little bit more, I guess focus on the mathematics of everything. But one thing with the Moon in reverse, it means sometimes things are blocked for a reason. So if it's a creative opportunity that's not coming to fruition, it may not be coming to fruition because in 1 to 2 months, you're going to have all these other doors that open and allow it to happen more quickly. Same thing with a baby coming in. I actually believe the baby knows when it needs to come in, and it's just sort of us trying to figure it all out. We're the ones that are fumbling. So just allow the universe to deliver whatever creative project or whatever sort of dream or hope you have in the right time. You just stay focused on what you need to do to be healthy, happy, and trying to achieve that path. It's a great month for those of you who are single to start dating, and those of you who are in a relationship to really relish in the joy of being with someone that you love. Show them that you love them. If they're not showing you enough, make sure that you let them know, we haven't spent time together lately. I miss you. And what you can do instead of sort of like an attack, just say, I'd really like to see you if you have time sometime this week. Can we set up a date night? It's a lot easier than, why haven't you called? Why haven't you texted? When you start to go sort of like these bullets of questions, the other person feels like they've done something wrong. Whereas when you say, gosh, it's been a long time since we've seen a movie. Do you want to hang out this Friday? All of a sudden, you're saying, I miss you. I've been thinking of something we like together. Would you like to do this with me? So try to change the way you approach that. And if someone hasn't texted you or called you, or if you are in a partnership and your partner just comes home and goes to sleep, try to do something in the morning. Let them know that you're aware that they're working hard. Show some appreciation, but then also remind them, gosh, do you think you'd have time this weekend to do something just for fun? Because they probably want a break too. But it's all in how you put it in their perspective. Because a lot of times if you worked a long week, it doesn't sound good. But try to pick something they like, and so that it's win-win. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else here that's coming through. I do see with the Devil card, particularly this one that's sort of showing the more central side as being what could trip you up this month. For those of you that aren't feeling like you're appreciated enough, maybe not feeling the affection from your partner enough, it is not something you should take personally. This is something where you need to focus on supporting them, finding other ways to be affectionate, and knowing that it looks like by the end of the month, intimacy issues could turn around. So don't make a decision based on something that's just come out of nowhere. It probably is stress, and it's probably has nothing to do with you. Remember to think always of the highest possible reason rather than going to the lowest denominator, which might be something negative. With that climb and ascent, it is a great month, again, to achieve success and recognition. So do a good job. I feel like really working hard will be paid off this month, particularly with anything however you make a living. That's where you want to put a little extra time and energy. Let the relationships be something that you push off a little until the last week of the month. Let's take a look at what's affecting your overall. Actually, let me go to this card here. Let's take a look at what's going on with your health. This includes your emotional states as well. So health and well-being. Believe and succeed. So just like we saw with that star card, just like I saw with the word ascent here, this is a month for you to absolutely take off when it comes to your career, and especially if you do anything creative or if you're going to bring some sort of an unusual project or idea to the forefront. When we look at your wealth, what's affecting your financial situation, we have envy. So this is a month to turn envy into inspiration, because all envy is a lower version of sort of like respecting and appreciating somebody's success and being happy for it. So take it to a higher level, and the higher version of envy would be motivation. Seeing someone's success and thinking, I wish I had it, and I think I can do it. Now I'm going to start to do it. So don't envy someone else's hard work. Work hard yourself, okay? I feel like that scene from Fame, I think it's Debbie Allen or whatever, where she's like, the hard work starts here, like in sweat and effort, and that's how you're going to get further along in your life and your career. It comes from your own hard work and a little bit of luck and timing, but just focus on yourself and be happy for those people that have achieved, because you have no idea of what they went through to get to their current moment of success. Okay, so let's look at what's coming through for love, because I see with the King of Cups, there is a possibility for Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces coming into your life, or a very loving energy, sometimes someone with lighter features as well, lighter hair, lighter eyes. What we see here is rest and relaxation is essential. So the way that you could be more apt to meet someone is through recreational activities, a hike, the movies, doing some sort of an activity that just brings you joy and relaxation. Maybe it's going to a sporting event. Whatever it is, do something that's just fun for the sake of being fun. And this is how you're more likely to find someone. For those of you who have been dating like nonstop and thinking, why can't I find Mrs. or Mr. Right? What this card says is just give it a break. Let yourself recharge, and like anything, a good night's sleep can change your perspective. So that's it. Just rest and allow things to come to you this month. And finally, when we're looking at your destiny card, let's see what you can do to really let go, to move ahead, to sort of ascend, like we see with that star card. What's the point of this month, really? What is June bringing to you? And we got a card that came up a lot last month, actually, too. But it says, beyond the mind, the heart beats. Poetic way of saying, allow your inspiration, your heart, to be the sort of like compass for you this month. Particularly with any big ideas. Look at all the celestial themes here. You want to think really, really big. So if you are, even this even works for you if you're working like legal, finance, whatever. There's a big idea that's just on the tip of your tongue or on the top of your brain. And this is your chance to go further and basically give people it's like a paradigm shift that you could have this month, okay? And that's what could sort of set you apart. Maybe there's an idea that can be trademarked there because it's so unusual. So let's do a summary since there was a lot of information that came through. Your channeled information is to think higher than you normally would. Think highly of people, go to the highest possible denominator, do everything you can to move forward and move up. So it is a month for upward mobility. The theme is letting go. You have that opportunity, I would say, right the first week of the month through the 10th. So from the 1st to the 10th, this is your chance to finalize contracts, let go of anything that doesn't work. If there's an unfortunate conversation that has to happen, you need to have that difficult conversation in the first week. Anything past the 20th is going to be tricky for you. Very key month for anybody that is in publishing, broadcasting, or any sort of global company, because I see that you are going to have an ability to reach further this month. It's a great month to debut something, whether it's your own brand, personality, or product. So very good month for self-starters and entrepreneurs. What you're lacking, and we see it here with your destiny card, is rest. So I really want you to rest. With love situations coming through, once you've done that rest, you're going to be able, sorry, this was the card I meant to pull for rest. Once you do that, possibly in the dreaming itself, this is why sleep is positive and really necessary for you. Listen to your dreams. Keep a journal if you don't, because those crazy ideas that happen at 3 a.m. Can be what change the world. I'm sure that, Steve Jobs had this idea of a phone that you could do everything on, and, whatever it is, you have these ideas, you got to go for it. Okay, and finally, just to summarize, money situation is it's improving. There will be some costs that are unexpected mid-month, but I still see that overall you're making good strides on that. Don't get caught in old habits. When it comes to success, let people be inspirational. Don't go to a place of envy, because this card actually has a great sort of quote on it. It says, I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So what it's also reminding you is everybody has challenges that you don't know about. Your overall card here when it comes to health, which is tied into your business as well, is believe and succeed. If you're positive in the way that you think and the way that you act, it's going to come to you in all aspects of your life. So very, very good month for you overall. The only thing that you want to be mindful of, again, is to stay diligent with your spending, with your savings, to not go to a place of feeling less than someone else. Focus on yourself, focus on achieving. Think like an athlete this month and compete against yourself. And so just let your own best track record be your inspiration to go a little bit above and beyond that. So every day you hit reset and you go a little bit further. And pretty soon you are achieving that sort of big pie in the sky dream that we have here. Okay? So hopefully that was helpful. Some exciting opportunities coming through for your sign this month. If you ever need more information or more personalized reading, I'd be happy to do that. I'll post the link in the corner. Just a reminder that I normally book about a month, sometimes a little bit more in advance. And I do have a rush opportunity, or an option rather, if some of you need that. To just stay in touch with me, the easiest way is to click subscribe. Otherwise, I'm on Facebook, YouTube, well, obviously YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And then I have an email newsletter, which is really great if you want to just know exactly when these videos come up. So rather than posting a question, when are you going to post the new videos? If you subscribe to the newsletter, you'll get it when they're sent out, and that's even a little bit faster than YouTube. Otherwise, I want to say thank you so much, because without your support, help, likes, all of that, I wouldn't be here. So keep all of that going. It really means a lot. I do put a donate button here if you feel inspired and you found that this was useful. Any amount's appreciated. This is like public radio. I go on your support. But otherwise, I'm happy to sort of lend my gift and give you some time each month, okay? So Sat Nam, thank you so much. Namaste. Have a fabulous June too. I think it's going to be great. Bye.